Court is calling 2025 CR 007297, State versus Elias Solis. Can I have parties announced?
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
Amir Mamori for Mr. Solis, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Solis?
Yes, I am.
Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Solis, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with injury to a child or elderly disabled bodily injury? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand this?
Yes.
You have a right to a jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you're giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. State is silent on your application for deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent? Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
That is the plea, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. Containing Exhibit 1 with all attachments.
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Solis, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses, statements, and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. All right, proceeding with sentencing.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you have any evidence with regards to why the court would grant him deferred adjudication?
Judge, in this case, there is an issue of self-defense. Mr. Solis did present himself to the police. He didn't leave. He was there. He gave them his side of the story. There is an issue of on whether we could take this to trial. But again, he doesn't have much of a prior record. So we'd ask the court to grant him the deferred judge and any additional, if you want to follow some TAP or any mental health issues.
In the police report, it says that he got up and he was upset because there was no food in the refrigerator. I mean, that's what's in the police report. It says, I made the scene and got a statement from Orlinda while using my body-worn camera. Orlinda stated that this morning, Elias Jr. was calling her names and was cussing at everyone. Orlinda stated that Elias Sr. told Elias Jr. that he needs to leave. Elias eventually left the location. Orlinda stated that she left with Elias Sr., and when she got back home, Elias Jr. came back home. Orlinda stated she was in the room when she heard Elias Sr. and Elias Jr. arguing. Orlinda then heard Elias Sr. tell her that she needed to call for the police. Orlinda stated that she stepped out of her room and saw that Elias Jr. punching Elias Sr. with a closed fist. Orlinda stated that Elias Sr. then punched you back trying to defend yourself. Orlinda was able to call the police when Elias Jr. left out the back door. Orlinda stated that she saw Elias Sr. arm bleeding. So why are you living with your father?
Why? Because I have nowhere to go.
How old are you?
I'm 52.
All right, you're 52. You need to get your own place to
Yes,
stay.
I did, ma'am. I bought the house next door to them, but
Why are you living next door to them?
I bought the house next door.
Why?
This was a while back.
And I bet you still go to their house for dinner and
Yeah.
everything like that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so here's the thing. You're an adult male.
Yes.
At some point in time, you need to get your own place. All right, you're grown.
Yes, ma'am.
Your parents shouldn't be supporting you anymore. Financially, no.
Yes, ma'am.
And you shouldn't be upset because there's not any food in the refrigerator. You know why? Why didn't you put some food in the refrigerator? If you would have put food in the refrigerator, there would be food in the refrigerator. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not going to grant his application for deferred adjudication. I'm going to find him guilty. You shouldn't be hitting on your father. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact
Yes, ma'am.
with your father
Yes, ma'am.
or his wife, Orlinda.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
There's to be 3 years in prison, suspended and probated. How much probation are you asking for? The length of probation time, state?
They will defer to the court.
What are you
3
referring?
years, Judge. That was our agreement.
All right. I'll do 4 years. If he completes everything early, then the court will consider early termination.
Yes, Judge.
There's a $1,500 fine probated. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who all lives in the home that you say you're now staying at?
Just them two, my mom and my dad.
No, you said you have your own home.
Oh, right now, no, they kept my house.
All right, so you're not living with your mom and dad
Not
anymore.
no more.
All right, do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
All right, there's to be no residing in any household with the elderly. And I'm going to put that at 60 or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits, 1 time per month until further notice, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order the anger management course. Once he's completed that, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. So have you had an alcohol problem in your past? Any mental health issues? All right, probation, is there anything else?
I apologize. I think no contact me.
It is Elias Solis Senior, and the other person is Orlinda. And I don't have Orlinda's last, Orlinda Solis. All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction and an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. I'll send him down.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Morning, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
All right.
So your attorney, your client wanted to speak to you. He said he hasn't had a chance to speak to you.
We talked today, Your Honor.
We spoke.
We kind of got some
At length,
things to do.
Judge, and there is a motion to suppress that has been filed, Your Honor, so we're asking for a setting on that motion to
Is that
suppress.
motion to suppress going to be dispositive?
I believe so, Judge. I mean,
No, I mean, is it or isn't it? Because otherwise it will be run with trial.
it will be dispositive.
All right, state, all right. They're saying that if the motion is granted, of course, the case is done. But if it's not granted, they're saying they're going to enter a plea.
Oh, no, please don't prove.
That's what that means, dispositive. It means that if,
I take it, no proof.
all right, so then we
we
need to,
run with trial,
can you
Judge?
do a jury trial setting, please? If y'all will confer with Ms. Ferguson.
Without,
But I mean, it'll be run with trial, so.
no, I don't know what to do.
All right,
We just positive.
how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
You'll have.
For testimony, 2 days.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Jury trial date, they say 2 days.
It's positive because I'm not gonna take no proof off. That's how I'm gonna run trial. I want to suppress before trial, and you don't have the video.
All right,
Y'all
your
didn't
jury
listen.
trial date is gonna be August 5th.
August 5th?
Yes. All right, thank you. And counsel, if you just sign the discovery acknowledgement before you leave.
Well, Judge, the state is inquiring about some additional discovery to see if the Helotes Police Department has that discovery available, so that's all we're waiting on.
Judge, I don't believe that it exists, but just as a courtesy to them, I did reach out to confirm that. But to my knowledge right now, that video does not exist. I did reach out to the arresting agency earlier today saying, hey, please confirm whether this video exists or not. And I did confer with Mr. Controlla about that, but I've not heard back as of yet.
All right. All right, so you'll be scheduled for jury trial August 5th, and they'll bring you over dressed for trial.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Sure.
I would like a suppression hearing outside of that because there's some objections to the indictment that I haven't got to put in. I haven't been able to speak with
The
counsel.
objection to the indictment is something completely different than a motion to suppress.
Well, we
You
got.
can discuss that with your attorney.
And I will follow those.
All right, thank you.
If necessary, Judge.
All right, thank you. Leroy Smith.
So we're gonna find out some injunctions.
Your Honor.
That's crazy, you know?
Judge, Mr. Smith's been ill.
Hello.
We don't know what he has, so.
Ah, well, we need to get you out of here.
Yes, Judge. Since Friday. he's been
So
ill.
do you have all the discovery,
I
counsel?
do have all the discovery. I'm conferring with the state. We're working on a plan, Your Honor, and we'd like to get a regular reset.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Leroy Smith, I need a plea deadline date in 30 days, please. Plea deadline date for Leroy Smith in 30 days. All right. August 4th, once he signs the reset form, he's excused.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Boy, I seen you was on.
All right, thank you.
You went viral.
Oh,
You on viral?
okay. I have no idea what that means. I have no diseases. What? Sure. Janet Silva. Yes.
I think that's a little bit better information than I do, Your Honor.
Judge, so Ms. Silva is not on probation, but she was grouped in the group where we were trying to get resources available for behavioral health.
Mhm.
I received information this morning that she was found incompetent.
Okay.
Um,
All right, then they're probably going to end up, because of the nature of the offense, if they don't have a stable outpatient for her, they're going to send her to the state hospital till she becomes competent.
So from my understanding, he's number 55 on the competency list. And, they asked for the in-jail competency. Restoration program.
Okay.
So as soon as she's off of suicide watch, they're gonna be able to do that.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a 45-day reset for Silva. All right, Rochelle Walker. Hi. Thank you.
Tendering a dismissal, Judge.
Thank you. All right, they're tendering dismissal, Ms. Walker, they say, because there is a witness missing, so they're not saying they're dismissing because they don't believe that you're not guilty of this offense. So I'm telling you right now, whatever is going on in your life, you had better do a course correction. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself at somebody's jail or at somebody's prison. Do you understand? If there's a drug or alcohol issue going on and you need help with that, if you come back to the court, if I'm here, I will pick up the phone and call someone to help you. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You want to hold that or you want me to hold it?
Chris Cervantes. Counsel, good morning. Where are we on discovery?
I'm not ready to sign off on a discovery acknowledgement. He was just indicted in May. We got hired June 17th, so I'm still in the process of going through and making sure we have everything.
Okay,
I conferred briefly with Secure again.
okay. All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset on a discovery for Chris Cervantes, please. 30? All right, August 4th will be your discovery date. Is there anything else?
Judge, if I may,
Mhm.
is it possible to do somewhere around August 15th? That's a Friday, or if the 18th is better for the court, that's a Monday.
We can do August 14th. Norma, I'm sorry, not August 14th. We can do August 11th because he's on Mondays.
I was just trying to pick a date when Charles was here.
Okay.
He is here beginning the 18th, August
August when?
18th.
All right, Norma set it for August 18th.
Thank you very much.
All right, once you sign the reset form, your excuse. Who is here on Christine Montcastle? Remember, where's her attorney? No, he's no longer on Zoom. Yeah. All right, state, what is happening with Mountcastle?
Tendered an offer today, Your Honor.
All right, could you unmute for me, please?
Yes.
275 officer to 308.
All right, Miss Montcastle, my understanding is that the state has tendered an offer to your attorney. I'm gonna set this for a plea deadline date in 2 weeks. Ms. Ferguson, I need a 2-week reset for a plea deadline date.
You made an offer to my attorney?
Yes, and your attorney is gonna discuss the offer with you, okay?
I really appreciate it because I'm innocent, but I can't prove it. And because I was charged with aggravated assault with deadly weapons. Well, I didn't
All
have
right.
any thought in my mind of hurting my husband.
All right, so here's the thing. We're gonna bring you back on July 21st, okay?
July 21st?
Yes.
I hope nothing happens.
Oh, we'll make sure you're brought, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, Judge.
All right, thank you so much. And Deputy Laura, could you let them know that on the 21st, you'll need to be in court?
So we're just waiting on paperwork and then.
What time?
It's gonna be 9 a.m.
9 AM? You have me to get that.
All right, so here's the thing, Miss Mountcastle, you're gonna have to make sure you're up because for them to transport you, you need to make sure you cooperate, okay?
Okay, bye.
All right, thank you. Who's here on Arturo Lopez? Hello.
Judge.
Hi, where's Mr. Lopez?
He's right there.
Come down, please. Hi, good morning. All right. All right, so is your client a citizen?
I do not believe so. I have not.
No. No, so he says no. So are you gonna handle the immigration issues or do you need an immigration attorney appointed?
Well, what I'm asking for is for, I think convenience is to maybe reappoint him to somebody that speaks Spanish, because I think probably be better in the big picture.
All right. All right, do you have any objections to this attorney being placed with the Spanish speaking attorney?
No.
All right, your excuse.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, your attorney is going to be Monica Guerrero. She'll get in touch with you. We're going to recall you in 2 weeks. I need a 2-week reset, please. All right, we're going to recall you back on July 21st. Okay. All right, thank you. It's good seeing you.
Likewise, Judge.
All right, on Mr. Perez-Naranjo, what are we here for?
In restitution, Your Honor, the state then probation will check to see if there was any restitution outstanding or not
All
for the
right,
case.
state. Who's the state's attorney on Perez-Naranjo? It's a debit card abuse and violation of motor vehicle tax. All right, do you know if there's any restitution? No, no problem. All right, sir, if you'll have a seat and to the interpreter, we'll call you back if you have to go somewhere else.
I can wait a few minutes.
All right, awesome.
Yes.
All right, just have a seat, sir. All right, okay, I'll take it up. Just give me a second. All right, Logan. Hello.
How you doing
What you
today?
doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay. We had a rough time getting you here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So did you have a chance to confer with your attorney?
A little bit, yes, ma'am.
All right.
Just need more details.
Okay. So has the competency evaluation been filed?
Yes, it's been filed. We're set in court on the 29th.
Of this month?
Yes, and hopefully by then we'll have the report. It's a status conference. I think that's where we're at.
I do have an affidavit I gave to him. You could give it to him, just so if you could look at it.
Please remain silent. Please remain silent.
All right, so here's the thing. If that's an affidavit, sometimes people have affidavits or non-prosecution or whatever they may have.
Yes,
That's something that your attorney needs to discuss with the state. Because really affidavits or non-prosecution, basically, they usually say, I don't want to prosecute, I don't want you all to prosecute this case, please dismiss it. But as I tell people, it's always the state, on criminal sides, it's the state of Texas versus.
yes, ma'am.
Because if you're charged with a crime, it's supposed to mean that you've offended the state of Texas, not only the person who's the complainant, but the entire state of Texas. So that's why it's the state of Texas versus. Now, if you have an affidavit of non-prosecution from the state of Texas, that's completely different. but just having it from the complainant, it's just usually something for
Doesn't
the
have
state to
any
consider.
affidavit, Judge.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Ferguson, can you recall this for the first week in August? All right. So you're going to be back in this court on August 4th so we can get an update of what's happening on your July 29th case. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you.
Humberto Lira. Hello, Mr. Lira. I'm doing okay. Listen, you need to make sure that you're on time for court. Have you heard what I've told everybody else?
Yes, ma'am.
Like sometimes I have other judges who sit in my place because I have a meeting or I'm at a CLE. Those judges, sometimes when they sit, they don't take into consideration why you're late. It's just that you're supposed to be here at 9, you're not here. And so they end up taking you into custody. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you set this on the next docket day for a criminal trial division, please? July when? All right, they're gonna bring you back for jury trial on July 22nd. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Hello,
How you
doing fine. All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 9481 State versus Alan Paul Mayo. Can I have parties announced?
Justin Pitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Anita Perez for the defense.
And are you Alan Paul Mayo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Alan Paul Mayo who was placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 9481 for the offense of evading arrest, detention, second or more on May 23rd, 2024 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge, the state is alleging violation of condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Alan Paul Mayo, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of June and July of 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 2 years in the prison and up to a $500 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true
Yes, ma'am.
to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
The court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Judge.
Yes.
That is to continue probationer on probation, but to amend conditions of probation for compliance hearings every 3 months until probationer is back in compliance, and also to amend conditions of probation to include ISP in lieu of gang supervision.
All right, so he's been missing since June of 2024. So where have you been? Well, I mean, if you want to answer questions, I'll have you raise your hand to give testimony or either a defense.
Yeah, that's fine, Judge.
You want to raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Alan Paul Mayo.
All right, where have you been?
I was in Killeen doing a motel, 4-story motel for Nick and Sam. They owned a bunch of properties in the
Wait a
hills.
minute, I'm sorry, in Killeen for what?
Doing a motel property for Nick and Sam. They own the Hilton Inn, they own American Best. I was working for them, and then my mom got sick.
First of all, let me break your story down a little
All right.
bit. Number one, did you have permission from
No, ma'am.
probation
No,
to be in
ma'am.
Killeen?
No, ma'am, I did not.
All right, so
Sorry.
continue.
All right. And then I came back here for the holidays. I had a little money. I spent Thanksgiving, Christmas, with my mama, and then her birthday was December 29th, and then she died the 7th. She went to the hospital, ICU, life support. My mama, she worked at the petroleum club 26 years. My sister had to take her off life support. It's been an ordeal. So I just kind of got lost in the
Sorry to hear about your mom. So when was she placed in the hospital?
January 6th. week after her birthday.
All right, January 6th of 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so then here's my question for you. Where were you June 2024?
Yeah.
And you didn't report?
No, I went to work.
Where were you in July 2024?
I might have been in clean.
Did you report?
No, ma'am.
August,
No, ma'am.
September,
No, ma'am.
October,
No, ma'am.
November,
No, ma'am.
December?
No, ma'am.
I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. Okay? All right, the court is going to find violation of condition number 4 true. The court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. The court will recommend the therapeutic community, and there's a $500 fine, time and money to run concurrently. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegation in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. And do y'all have an update on the restitution for Perez-Naranjo?
Oh, Jenny Brown, sorry.
All right, Perez-Naranjo. All right, so is there any restitution?
We have not received any evidence to present to the court regarding restitution.
All right, we're gonna go on the record. The court is calling 2024 CR 3071 and 2024 CR 3072, State versus Miguel Perez-Naranjo. Can I have parties announce?
Megan Galloway for the state.
And Susan Darza for the defense, sorry.
And are you Mr. Perez-Naranjo?
Yes.
All right, we have an interpreter here. If you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name.
Norma Nero.
All right, thank you. All right, so we're here for a restitution hearing. Off the record, the state has informed the court that they have not received any documentation of a restitution amount. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, the court will note for the record that the defendant entered his plea of guilty on September 12th, 2024. So the court has been awaiting restitution since that date, and so has the defendant. With that being said, because there's no restitution amount presented, defense, are you asking for the court to close the issue of restitution?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then the restitution will be closed. I'm sorry, probation. There's no restitution amount. Thank you. Oh, Ms. Phil, if you'll come forward. All right, Ms. Phil, you were scheduled for a bench trial today. The state has tendered a dismissal to the court. They're saying that it's a missing witness. They're not saying they don't believe you committed the offense. They're just saying it's because of a missing witness. So whatever brought you here today, you need to make sure you do better. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself at somebody's jail or maybe somebody's prison. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good one. Yes.
I have an MTR on the docket. I'll be back for that one as well.
All right, thank you. 2025 CR 004431, State versus Kimberly Renee Essex. Could I have parties announce?
Hunter Morris for the state judge.
Michael Bellamore from Miss Essex.
All right, Miss Essex, if you can unmute for me, please.
Hi, Your Honor, Boyd.
All right, are you Kimberly Essex?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you have a right to appear in person for this plea. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections to the court taking your plea by Zoom?
Yeah. No, ma'am. No, Your Honor.
All right. Defense, any objection to taking this plea by Zoom?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and defense, state, any objection
Yeah.
to taking the plea by Zoom?
No, Judge.
All right, and defense, you have not,
Yeah, that initially, like, my thing.
defense, you have not signed the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all of the discovery?
I have, Your Honor. I thought I signed it this morning.
I have a document where it's not signed.
I apologize.
All right. Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications?
There is, Judge. It's an opposed offer.
All right, the court does not have the application for deferred. Is she applying for deferred adjudication or community supervision?
Straight probation, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Essex, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah,
Now it's unmuted.
All
I'm gonna
right.
stay on this.
Do you know how to mute and unmute yourself?
Well, last time I did that, I'm not allowed to touch the screen,
All
so.
right, so I'm giving you permission to unmute yourself because there's a lot of noise coming from your end. It's making it difficult for me to hear and the court reporter to hear. So in this case, are you applying for community supervision, which is a form of probation?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I
Thank
can.
you.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, two things. The state is proceeding on count 4, paragraph A. That's an exploitation of elderly charge.
Just 1 second. Could I have a file stamp for a plea, please? No problem. All right, thank you. All right, so state, you said you're proceeding on which ones, please?
Count 4, Judge, paragraph A, exploitation charge.
And are you waiving everything else?
Yes, Judge, and then we have an oral amendment.
All right, and what is any objection to the waiver?
No, Your Honor.
And what is the oral amendment?
The oral amendment on count 4, paragraph A, Judge. It's a part in the middle that reads, an elderly person 65 years of age or older. The amendment is following the word older to add hereinafter styled complainant.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
And Judge, as to the enhancement paragraphs, the state is waiving one of the 2 enhancement paragraphs, Judge, Ms. Essex or repeater.
All right, and which paragraph are you waiving?
The first of the 2, so the one that is included in the judicial admission, Judge, is the Travis County Judgment D1 DC 14-204703.
All right, so that's the one you're waiving.
That is one we're keeping.
Oh, you're keeping that one, okay. All right, any objection to the waiver of the first paragraph under the enhancement allegation?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Essex, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
She said she gave me permission. Yes, Your Honor, I did. Thank you.
All right, you're charged with exploitation of the elderly. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow the plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state will call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you are giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I believe she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Ms. Essex, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 4, paragraph A. They are waiving all other counts. You'd agree that you've been previously convicted of 1 or more felonies for purposes of enhancement. Your punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication. The state is opposed to your application for community supervision. There's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant and to Broadway Bank and Bank of America. And there's to be no contact with the complainant or the complainant's family. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is the plea, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. Sorry.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Ms. Essex?
Oh,
how-
no contest. No contest, I plead. Sorry.
And to the enhancement, how do you plead? True or not true?
True for the enhancement.
State any evidence.
State tender states warrant attachments, Judge.
Any objections?
No objections.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. It's not muted again, is it? Yeah.
No, it's not. All right, after viewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancement true based upon your plea true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. Counsel, sentencing can take place in 12 weeks. That's when probation will have the PSI done. Or if you would like to, we can come back sooner and you can call whatever witnesses you would like call. Which do you prefer? We can go off the record.
I know my client wants to come back sooner than 12 weeks.
All right, do you want it recalled in 2 weeks for sentencing?
I will still be here.
All right, or do you want it recalled on Thursday? State, would you be ready on Thursday for sentencing?
Judge, the only question I would have, I don't know if defense was going to ask, is if she can be evaluated in custody. My understanding is she'll be asking for supervision. So I would, if that's the case, this court would be inclined to grant that. I would have her evaluated for eligibility for patient programs and possibly the MIC supervision.
All right, so he's saying that he doesn't want a PSI because that's the MIC evaluation, the TAP evaluation, all of that is going to be 12 weeks.
Okay, well, then no objection.
All right, then. If my client needs those evaluations. So if it's going to take 12 weeks, then it's going to have to take 12 weeks, but she needs the evaluations.
All right, then it's going to be a PSI and a MIC evaluation and TAP evaluation, and that'll be done in custody. What date, Ms. Ferguson?
September 29th.
All right, we'll see you back on
Attention all
September
units,
29th.
officer, complete your task of policy at this time. All
Mike,
officers,
September
complete
Mike,
your
you want
task.
me to ask if there's any way she can do those evaluations and the PSI outside of the jail?
No,
All right, thank you.
you're welcome. So September 29th will be your date. If it's completed sooner, then we'll have you back sooner.
Oh my God, it's a runaway train. I'm stuck on the tracks, caught in the rain. A whisper, a scream, it all feels the same. My mind's a wild beast, I can't tame. Oh fuck, my time is done. Running circles, nowhere to run. A clock with no hands, the race is gone. Afraid of the dark, scared of the dawn. Shadows creeping under my skin, a war outside and within. Words like daggers cut so thin, I lose before I even begin. Oh fuck, my time is done. Running circles, nowhere to run. A clock with no hands, the race is gone. Afraid of the dark, scared of the dawn. A heart made of glass, a shatter so loud. Dreams lost like a face in the crowd. Hopes a kite tangled in the clouds. Can't speak the truth, but I'll scream it proud. Oh fuck, my time is done.